Hi Aquarius, and welcome to your horoscope for October 2024. Thanks for joining me. It's a pleasure to be with you today. I'm based in the UK, so my horoscopes are based on UK time zone. And please watch them in this order: rising sign, then sun sign, and finally moon sign. So I'm going to break the month of October down into 4 weeks. And I'm going to pay particular attention to the moon, what sign it's in, what houses it moves through in your chart. So it gives you an idea of where you're supported in what areas of your life and on what days, right? So starting with week 1, Tuesday the 1st of October until Sunday the 6th of October. On the 1st, we have the moon in Virgo, and that's in your 8th house. So if you have anything to do with taxes, accountants, legal situations, mediations, any paperwork, any bureaucracy, any red tape, do it on the 1st of October. You'll have the presence of mind and the patience for it, and you'll be able to get it done very quickly and effectively. On the 2nd and 3rd of October, the moon goes into Libra. And on the 2nd, we have a new moon in Libra, which is also a solar eclipse. So I made a separate video on that. Have a look. I went into a lot of detail. So a new moon is when the moon goes pitch black and it pulls a lot of energy in order to have the energy for its next 28-day cycle. But because it's an eclipse and the process is interrupted, it kind of influences us for the next 6 months. So in your case, Aquarius, it happens in your 9th house of education and knowledge and the higher realms and academia and science and invention and even travel and spirituality. So that is really, really good news for you, Aquarius, because you're someone who is full of ideas anyway, and you often want to apply those ideas in a way that's of service to other people by being a humanitarian or doing something charitable or good, right? So the fact that we've got this eclipse happening in your 9th house, next to your South Node, your transit to Midheaven, Black Moon, Lilith, Mercury, Juno, all in Libra, there's a real connection to new ideas, and expect to be much more prolific in terms of what you come up with. So if you're a writer, this is a good news, lots of stories. If you're an inventor, lots of new ideas for inventions, any of those things along those lines, right? Then on the 4th, 5th, and 6th of October, the moon goes into Scorpio, and it goes into your 10th house of work. Venus is also there in Scorpio. So if you're trying to launch a new business, or if you have a project that you really care about, the 4th, 5th, and 6th of October are the best time to get started with that. Also remember that all the personal planets, Mercury, Mars, Venus, they're all direct at the moment. So anything new that you want to birth or publish or give life to, now's the time to do it, especially here in the first week of October. So let's look at the houses that were covered here during the first week. So the moon started in Virgo in your 8th house, and then it moved all the way into your 10th house. So that's really the top of your chart. It's the work situation I'm in, what I know, and how I apply that at work. So the first week here is really about making that a focus and being able to kind of birth something new. So if you have an idea to pitch, to an employer, or if you want to start a new product in your own business, first week is a great time to get that started. Week 2, Monday to Sunday, 7th to 13th of October. On the 7th and 8th, we've got the moon in Sagittarius, and that's in your 11th house of hopes and dreams, but also friendships and things that could be, right? And it's next to your rising, ascendant, and palace. So this would really serve you to spend time with friends, and maybe even to go on a little trip or a day out, but to spend it with other people and to do something that you genuinely enjoy and that's fun. And that could even lead you to finding a new romantic partner if you're single. But if you're in a relationship, go with your partner, do something new, go visit a place that's unfamiliar to you. Both of you will have a great time. Or you certainly will, as the Aquarius. If your partner's Aquarius, then they will too. On the 9th of October and the 10th, the moon then goes into Capricorn, and it goes into your 12th house of spirituality and spiritual strength. So that may creak a little bit in the sense that any kind of spiritual notions or woo-woo, or I don't think you're going to be overly interested in that. You may just want to just get things done practically, and you may be a little intolerant of that, okay? The other thing, though, on the 9th of October, Jupiter, the lucky planet, that retrogrades until the 4th of February next year. And when an outer planet retrogrades, the energy is expressed from within. or is experienced within. And I've got good news for you, Aquarius. Jupiter's in your 5th house of what you love and romance, so it's going to stay there longer. So this is a really good month already for any Aquarius who's single and who wants to be in a relationship and who wants to find the right partner, right? On the 10th of October, the moon hits the moon is in its 2nd quarter, so it's waxing and getting bigger towards being the full moon on the 17th of October. So here on the 10th, it's in your 12th house of spirituality. And to me, it's almost like this feels uncomfortable. I just want to do things which are tangible and physical. I want to work and I want to have something to show for it. So usually if, you know, you're not that interested in spiritual principles, don't torture yourself around the 9th or 10th. You're really not going to be into it then. Chopping wood and making pottery is going to be far more rewarding for you personally. On the 11th and 12th, the moon, just as 2 examples, by the way, on the 11th and 12th, the moon goes into Aquarius, and that's your sign, so it goes into your 1st house of self. So these 2 days are wonderful for you to have a great sense of well-being, but also, again, getting loads of ideas that you can then implement in your working life, even doing something on your own on top of your existing job. And then on the 13th, the moon goes into Pisces, and it does that in your 2nd house of money. So I think that by the 14th of October, you'll have had so many ideas and notions around how you can create an extra income, or how you can change your existing job, or how you can invent something or create something from scratch that will pay you. I think you're going to have a real sense of peace around that by the 14th of October. And I think you'll have discovered what that is. Because it's like, oh, this is good. I know, I already see that this exists in spiritual truth. All I have to do is the legwork in between, and it's done and dusted. So around that time of the month, the 13th, 14th, if you have a sense of major peace around something that's new and at the same time exciting, run with that idea. It's not going to let you down. On the 13th of October, we have Mercury ingressing into Scorpio. Mercury is the communication planet, and with it going into Scorpio, it goes into your 10th house of work, and Venus is in Scorpio in your 10th house of work as well. So if there's anything that doesn't suit you around your career, as it is now, those days are going to be flashes where those things irritate you even more. So really I would say the 13th and 14th, just be very cautious around expressing your frustration around things. It's likely that you're just more irritated by them because you've now created all these other things that you can implement, and you know that you're on your way out of something that no longer works. So try not to react, to keep the peace. It'll waste far less energy. And let's see the houses the moon covered here in week 2. So the 11th, 12th, 1st and 2nd. So now we're at the very left-hand side of your chart, right? So who am I? How can I make my own dreams for life become a reality? Please, universe, inspire me with ideas. Thank you very much. I'm now going to build those, put them in place, and I'll start a different journey in my life. So week 2 is really the essential week for anyone who's trying to change their life as it relates to career, as to what they do most days. Week 3, Monday to Sunday, 14th to 20th of October, we have the moon in Pisces still on the 14th and the 15th. And that is in your 2nd house of money, so that ongoing sense of peace. I know what I'm going to do next. I really like that. To me, it's like having a very solid foundation, and you can already see the house that's going to be built in it in your mind. Then the moon goes into Aries on the 16th and 17th. And again, I think there could be the potential for conflict or argument. Especially on the 17th, when we have a full moon in Aries, The full moon is when the moon reaches its completion point in its cycle and it lets go of all its energy. And it's like, hooray, I did it, right? And Aries is very much about ambition and drive and what I can do for myself. And in your third house of the way you see things, you're really on a mission to heal your finances, your work, to make it right for you. Again, anyone who stands in your way on that, I don't think you're going to be very patient with. So give yourself patience on the 16th and 17th. Also on the 17th, Venus, the planet of love and beauty, that ingresses into Sagittarius in your 11th house. And that makes it even more real, like this new plan that you've got, this path that you're on, that it's the journey and the outcome. And like you're doing both of them, you can imagine it. So really, I think the key thing for you, Aquarius, is not to let yourself be stopped or distracted or slowed down by other people who may not understand what you're doing or may disagree with it. So have belief in yourself. That will mean you're incredibly productive here. On the 18th and 19th, the moon goes into Taurus, and that's in your 4th house of family. So I think that's a nice day to decompress and to spend time with friends, family, and to just feel a sense of I'm enjoying the good and comfortable things in life. And then on the 20th, it goes into your 5th house of what you love. So again, this is an opportunity to break through with doing something of your own that you love. But I also think it's a wonderful day for love and romance and meeting someone new if you're single. So week 3, we've got the moon going through your 2nd house, your 3rd house, your 4th house, and your 5th. And now we're at the very bottom of your chart, right? Where this is all about the root. What makes me feel like I belong, my family, who I love, the way I think, the amount of money that I have. So all of those areas of life, if you focus on those, you can make really good inroads and have this sense of being grounded and rooted so that you can grow even higher and thrive even more. Week 4, Monday to Wednesday, the 21st of October until the 31st of October. So the last week is 10 days long. Monday, the 21st, we've got the moon in Gemini, and that's still on top of Jupiter in your 5th house. So another day that's good for love and romance, the 20th and 21st. Then on the 22nd, the moon goes into Cancer in your 6th house. And again, that may be a little frustrating if you're still in a working situation that you no longer enjoy, because I think you're kind of chomping at the bit to do something on your own here or on top of what you want to do. So give yourself some time to explore and to do things that are not just work related this month, to give you a sense, give yourself a sense of ease and well-being. On the 22nd as well, we've got the sun moving into Scorpio, and that goes into your 10th house of work. So it's really about, I want my work to be the way I want it, and anything less, I'm not going to accept, and I'm going to be very controlling about it. So Aquarius, do yourself a favor, and if you're not in a working life situation that you like, and you do have the potential, the possibility to change that, then please put that on top of your to-do list and contemplate it and think about it and do research about it in October, because it sounds to me like the astrology is saying any Aquarius who's suffering in their work shouldn't, and we're going to help them find a way out this month or find a way into something bigger, so bigger and better and more suitable to that person. On the, where am I? Yes, the moon then goes into Leo on the 24th and 25th. So you're just oscillating between romance and perfecting work. And the 24th and 25th, again, are great for relationships, but particularly something miraculous, the right person just kind of appearing out of the blue. So make sure you're out and about doing things you enjoy, spending time with people you like, and it's likely that you'll bump into someone who's going to be a potential partner. On the 26th, 27th, and 28th, we've got the moon in Virgo, and that's in your 8th house. That's really a good time for you to talk about contracts, to draw up contracts, to organize your finances, to look at your savings, your investments, your relationship with big organizations, to make sure that your taxes are all in order. Those 3 days really support you in getting everything organized. And then finally, the 29th, 30th, and 31st of October, the moon is in Libra, and it's in your 9th house again. So it's, for you, it's important to do something that gets you connected with other people, where you're doing something that's unfamiliar. Maybe you get a costume for Halloween, kind of being frivolous and being around people and just having fun is really going to sit well with you towards the end of the month. So maybe go to a bonfire, or I think they do those early November though. Go to some sort of event, read a new book, or do something that you really enjoy. It's really going to hit the spot and give you a sense of optimism, and anything is possible. So the houses we covered in the last week, hang on, started on the 21st. So the moon was in your 5th, then it goes through your 6th, your 7th, 8th, and 9th. Okay, so that's really about, I want to do something every day that I love to do, and I want to find the organization or the institution which I can connect with to make that a reality. So the last week is really good for job applications. I think you would have already figured out what it is you love to do, but to not accept a situation that doesn't serve you, and instead to say, do you know what, I will change this, and I'm going to go towards something I love, even if it's inconvenient. So I hope that gives you an idea of what you'll be working with here in October. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on book your reading to order your reading with me. To draw up your birth chart, I need your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. If you don't have the time of birth, then please order a chart rectification with me. That's a process where I work it out. Check out some of my other videos on the new moons, the full moons, the eclipses. And I also do a daily tarot reading on this channel. So if you want to be with me every day, please become a member of the channel. Have a wonderful October, and I'll speak to you soon. All the best.